Have you ever wondered why the same things keep happening to you? You fall for the same kind of person. You have the same arguments, the same disappointments, the same fears, the same endings, different faces, different places, the same story. Most people call it bad luck. Psychoanalysis offers a different hypothesis. What if you weren't simply repeating your relationships? What if you were repeating your childhood? We like to believe that every new relationship is a fresh start, that every encounter is a blank page. But psychologically, that isn't really true. Long before we meet another person, our mind has already learned what relationships are supposed to feel like. It learned this through the people who raised us, through love, absence, conflict, recognition, neglect. These early experiences become our first emotional map of the world, and without realizing it, we often spend our adult lives searching for what feels familiar, even when it hurts us. One of the central ideas of psychoanalysis is that much of our psychological life happens outside our awareness. This is what Freud called the unconscious. It quietly shapes our desires, our fears, and our choices. And the unconscious has a peculiar tendency. It prefers what is familiar to what is unknown. Not because it is good for us, but because it is known. This is why some people repeatedly choose unavailable partners. Others constantly seek approval. Others stay in relationships that make them suffer. And others repeatedly become the rescuer, the one who supports, the one who sacrifices, the one who tries to save the person they love. Every relationship seems to end the same way. Different people, the same role, the same exhaustion. Psychoanalysis proposes something even more surprising. We do not simply repeat the past. We repeat it because part of us still hopes for a different ending. Take someone who always falls in love with emotionally fragile or dependent partners. They become indispensable. They solve problems. They reassure. They carry the relationship. From the outside, it may look like generosity. But psychoanalysis would ask a different question. What are they really trying to save? Sometimes, these people grew up feeling responsible for the emotional well-being of a parent. They learned very early that their role was to comfort, to reassure, to stay strong. Or they witnessed a parent suffering and secretly wished they could have rescued them. As adults, they unconsciously recreate similar relationships, not because they enjoy suffering, but because part of them is still trying to succeed where the child once felt powerless. The present becomes an unconscious attempt to repair the past. Many people say, I know this relationship is hurting me. I know I should leave. I know I'm repeating myself. And yet they cannot stop, because the struggle is not only happening in the present, it is also happening between the adult they have become and the child they once were. The child is still waiting, still hoping, still searching for the love, safety, or recognition that was once missing. Until that longing is understood, it often continues to organize adult life from the shadows. This is why psychoanalysis is not simply about talking about childhood. It is about understanding how childhood continues to live inside adult life. The people we choose, the fears we carry, the conflicts we repeat, the love we seek. They are often connected to stories that began long before we could understand them. Once those stories become conscious, something new becomes possible. Not perfection, not the absence of suffering, but freedom. The freedom to stop confusing the present with the past. The freedom to meet another person as they are, instead of asking them to repair what was broken long ago. Perhaps we are not condemned to repeat our childhood. Perhaps we simply repeat what has never been understood, and perhaps understanding it is where freedom begins.